Hey guys, welcome back. Again, another Pokemon video. Been a little while, not much, but not much has changed. I don't know if you noticed, but now I am filming in wonderful 4K. You probably can't see 4K, mainly due to the fact that I probably downsized to 1080, but it gives it more clarity in the background. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but it's a lot brighter in here. I don't know if you can notice on the video, but it's a lot brighter. I got two lights, as well as the microphone has changed. You maybe can hear more details in my voice and such, which is probably a bad thing, but you know, I think it's a little bit more a good thing. Anyway, today, I'm doing a two-part series of my favorite Pokemon, and first one is actually, you can see him in, or two of them in the background here 3 times, and that is Mewtwo and Mew. They are psychic types, and I don't know why I felt drawn to them. They feel a little darker and a little bit more BA, but I just love them, mainly due to their dynamic duo type of personalities, but also they're just sick looking. So I just wanted to go over some of my personal collections, cards that I've collected, and certain things I've submitted for grading. All these cards, except I think for 2 or 3 of them, I personally submitted them to get graded to CGC, and some of them turned out really well, and some of them turned out pretty bad. So I'm going to go over a few of them today. So first up, this Mew EX card from Legendary Treasures, and as you can tell, this amazing glittery pattern with this card. It first drew me because of the first cartoon Mew. It's just adorable, but also just this wonderful glittering pattern. If you don't know, this came from, as it says right here, Legendary Treasures, and I'm fairly certain this was in the Generations booster packs and such, as a subset, obviously subset of RC Radiant collection. And this was one of the cards. It was the Mew EX, and this card, sadly, I submitted about 6 of these, and this was the highest one. It did not grade well for some reason. Either everyone has submitted really good looking cards, or I just got trashed on. So this card, you know, all the other in the Radiant Collection cards, I got quite a bit of them. They either had this cool reverse pattern, or they had that all glitter pattern. But there's some cool looking cards. I went kind of a little bit into Radiant Collection, and I bought a whole bunch of them because they were pretty cheap. This Purloin is super cool. Okay, this one had the glitter pattern, so as you could see, the reverse foil in the background, as well as this glitter pattern. I just couldn't resist picking a lot of these up at, like, I don't know, they were like $1.50 each, or maybe, no, I think they were like 25 cents, something like that, per, and they are great looking. There's oh man, I can't pronounce this. Cinco, I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that, but someone's gonna get angry at me. So again, you can't really tell on this card, but it has a foil pattern on it on the background, obviously, but the glitter effect as well. Oh geez, spilling this everywhere. What a mess. And then Piplup, and the glitter pattern on the background. And I think I had, Snivy is another one of those. Oh, no, is this not? Yeah, it's very, very faint, actually. Oh, it has stars on it. That's right, it has a star pattern on it. Oh man, I had I had the Pikachu one, but I don't know where I put him. But anyway, I went kind of full into the Radiant Collection, and I got a bunch of them, and some of them were the Mew EXs, and I graded them, and they weren't the best. So the second card, I actually bought 2 of these. This is Mewtwo from Expedition. Surprisingly, this is from 2002, as you can see on the bottom there. And this is the non-foil version. I bought this actually off of TCG. I bought 2 of them. Surprisingly, both of them got a 9.5. I know that it's not foil and such, and it's easier to grade, but I was surprised for a 2002 card that I got from TCG to get a 9.5. I mean, that's, and it's English. I mean, that's pretty good. So I bought 2 of them. I traded one in a trade for, oh man, what did I? Oh yeah, I Did trade for 2 of those, which is amazing. But anyway, traded one of them, and I have this one for my personal collection. It's surprisingly only centering, which I couldn't control. Got dinged on it, but it is a fantastic, especially the foil and the reverse foil. My goodness, him just in a thunderstorm and just, so BA. I swear. Talk about another BA card. Holy cow. This from the Legendary Collection, Mewtwo Reverse Holo. Oh my goodness. This actually combines about... this combines 3 different things that personally I love. Pokemon, Mewtwo, and fireworks. Fireworks is when I was little, I used to just light up firecrackers, and my mom hates it, but it was destroying army men, all that kind of stuff. But this, I was blown away when this got a 9, because these are really hard to grade. Mainly because obviously the entire card, mostly the entire card, is holofoil, and it's so easy to scratch as the 9 on surface. But I haven't found, I mean, you know, PSA 10s, they're all over the place, but usually it's the old certs where they were easier to grade. But the harder certs, they are really hard to get a good grade on them. So I was very thankful I got this Mint 9, and obviously it's my profile picture for a reason, because I value this card so very much, and it's amazing. Next one from good old Tag Team All-Stars. I got these. These are mainly for display pieces, as I have my Mewtwo in the background. I'll have like 2 energies. These are the secret rare psychic energies from Tag Team All-Stars, where these only came 1 in a box, and it only could be 1 of all the energies. And this, I opened enough of them that I got 2 psychic energies, and they obviously are textured. These 2 came out of the Super Premium Collection box from Generations, if I'm not mistaken, and it was the Mew and Mewtwo EX cards. These are all textured, and they are amazing. They have a gold outline on both Mew and Mewtwo, but I'll do one at a time. So Mew looks like, I mean, look at him. He has like a gold eyebrows right there going on, and just so much craziness is going on. You got the prism type of effect in the background, and geez, I may need to adjust these lights. They're getting in the shot, but they are awesome. Same thing for the Mewtwo. Actually, no, this one does not have a prism background. It has a swirl kind of background. But again, gold outline and just amazing looking. So I got a 9 Mew EX, and I got a Mewtwo EX, an 8. These are the highest of the 2 that I got, and I submitted 2 pairs, and these are the highest that I got. I stole the other 2 pairs, or the other 2 pairs are up for sale, but these are for my personal collection again. And then one of my favorite Mewtwo and Mew cards, showing their personalities. I don't know if you can guess it, but as a promo, it is the Mewtwo and Mew GX. This came in a tin, a Mewtwo and Mew tin, tag team tin, and I have about 4 of them in storage, but I did really well with these Mewtwo and Mew GXs. I did not get lower than a 9.5, and I pulled these directly out of the tins, sleeved them up. But even nowadays, with English especially, you cannot get, I mean, directly out of the pack, I mean, you're easily looking at 9. Usually 9 from what I've graded, but this, I just love. Mewtwo is just super annoyed with Mew, and Mew's like a child, and it just shows the dynamic of them very, very well. And I just love this promo card. I don't know what this is going for right now. I'll probably show it on the screen, but I have about 4 or 5 of these 9.5s, and they're, oh my gosh, it's just the artwork and just, oh, they're awesome. And one of my, geez, I have so many of these. One of my flukes with grading is one of the best Mewtwo illustrations that I've ever come across, and actually, oh man, oh sorry, the camera. The artist Mishiro Arita, again I'm gonna mess up that name. he actually states, and he's the one who designed the Charizard and everything, but he actually states that this depiction of Mewtwo is actually his favorite illustration he's ever done in the hobby. I'll just show one of these off, but it just reminds me of the Shining Legends cards, because all the background, the whole background of the card is kind of like matte, but Mewtwo is just lit up with all this texture and just craziness going right now. Obviously, yeah, the entire, besides the borders and such, it's just him shining in a tube, and I just love this depiction of Mewtwo, and I tried really hard to get a good grade of this, and I tried really hard. I mean, I probably had at one point about 8 of these Mewtwo's, and these were not cheap. I think raw, when I was buying them anyway, they were about $80 to $90 near mint, and in an 8, I mean, it's not going anywhere. So I'm currently not selling any of these, mainly because I don't want to take that L. But eventually, when the market, corrects, and hopefully it does correct, it'll go back up. So anyway, I just have a lot of Mewtwo's to admire. So that's going to happen. I have sold, I think I had like one 7.5. I don't know why I graded it. But I had one 7.5, and I sold that off. But also, I have 2 more. The highest one, I was able to get a 9. And, dying. 9 centering, 10 corners, 9.5 edges, but the centering, 9 is for surface, but the centering, 8.5. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Maybe. It just sucks. But, CGC has their stipulations. I know PSA has much easier stipulations, and their standards are a little bit lax, especially with the centering. I think it's 60-40 you can do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it just sucks. It just sucks. But this one's the highest one going into the personal collection. And then right behind it, I actually purchased this one. This is obviously Japanese. The Japanese just does it right yet again. But also, some people, they look at Japanese cards like, oh man, this must be a fake. And I don't know if you, oh man, this is really annoying me. Maybe it's just the covering. Let me see if I can take it out. Okay, there we go. Don't shake. There we go. Okay, so, as you can tell from the texture, it's very, very fine, and it doesn't shine just like English does. As you can see, the texture is, you can literally see those thick lines of texture. With these, they are very, very fine, and it's hard to see. So some people think like, oh, this is a fake card. This is a fake card. No, it's Japanese. The Japanese just do it a little bit different, and it does hit different, but it's just a wonderful card. This is Pristine 10. As you know, if you know CGC, it's really hard to get it to Pristine 10. Japanese is a little bit easier. I'll do that later. It's a little bit easier to get a Pristine 10, but in English it's really hard to get a Pristine 10. And that wraps up on my Mewtwo and Mew cards that I have, specifically in my personal collection. I know a lot more people that have a lot of vintage WotC cards and everything, but I don't know, I'm not really on the boat for WotC and such. I mean, I see the attraction, nostalgic, all that kind of stuff, but I just, this stuff is just so good. I just can't give it up. So, I'll probably have a lot more Mewtwo cards in the future, but right now, that is my personal collection, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Next video is going to be all about this little guy up here, Pikachu. I have so many Pikachu promos, not as much. I mean, obviously, 2 wonderful Pikachu promos right there, and hopefully I'll get the in the future, I'll hopefully own the Mario and Luigi Pikachu. Hopefully, sometime in the future. I mean, those things are so utterly expensive. But maybe in the future I'll have it. I mean, dang, Pikachu is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's the Eevee. Yeah, 6 times in this display right here, you can see Pikachu. But yeah, that'll be my next video. So until then. Peace.